Trump has succeeded. He has shut the border down. There are no border crossings virtually happening right now in this country. Trump has succeeded.
So
he has shut the border down. There are no border crossings.
One thing that you're not able to say, though, I was going to call you Isaiah Thomas. I'm thinking about basketball. One thing you're not going to be able to say, though, Isaiah, is this. Donald Trump has the best border in history. Donald Trump was saying for the longest what he was going to do about that border. He did it with the signature. Biden tried to wait for Congress to vote on it and delay time and all this stuff and had the worst border in history. You have to give it up to Donald Trump for that. In fact, it's one of the only talking points that the Democrats can't even defend. No, I don't find her. I mean, she's not ugly, Johan. She ain't ugly, but she's not like drop dead gorgeous. But, you know, she all right. But you can't even defend the fact that this is the best border ever because there's data behind it. There's data behind a lot of these things, and it hurts Democrats' heart for them to admit that the border crossings are down. So what they do is they do the dumbest thing in history, which is they jump on the first inkling of a mistake of someone being deported and they support a criminal. And they're like, we're gonna die on this hill. And it's the worst decision in history. It's one of the best things that Trump has going, which is the border. You cannot argue with anybody about that. And the best thing about it is that on day one, he literally signed the paper in front of millions of Americans. I think it was at the stadium that the Washington Wizards play in, right? Is it the Washington Wizards? Whatever. He signed it in like a stadium. And then my question to Isaiah, right, would be, why didn't Joe Biden just sign executive order to shut down the border once he knew that it was a total mess? Doesn't that make you think like, oh, this was intentional? They wanted border crossings. They wanted this. I got to fix my screen. They wanted this. They let people who were criminals, they let people who were horrible, who knows who entered this country. There could be terrorists that just walked right through here, man. Let's not act like entitled Americans that thinks that nothing can ever happen to us because we're here on this land. There could have been tons of terrorists, real terrorists that want to do the worst to the United States, just enter through America. And Joe Biden allowed it. He didn't care. This is one of the main reasons why he lost this election. Right? It looks like Brian is coming at you, right? Oh, Trump is a dictator. Oh, yes, we got him on the channel today. We got the Democrats on the channel, and I love y'all. That's an old, terrible talking point, Brian. Trump's a dictator. He's this, he's that. Man, listen, man, Trump is handling business. Your boy Biden was on the beach about every week. His name on this channel is Beach Biden. He didn't handle anything. Dude was barely standing up. He had to be aided off of stages, falling down from plane stairs. Dude got embarrassed on national TV, bro, in front of the entire world on a debate stage.
Down to a 6. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8 But I have, you know, how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay,
Let's
let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to turn.
Let's not act like children.
Do you remember that, Brian? Do you remember that, Isaiah? Where y'all at? You remember that? Let me make sure I refresh my chat so I see you. There you go, Brian. You remember that? Biden is getting dementia? Getting? You can't be this high, Brian. Getting dementia? Dude has been gone for a long time. Y'all just realizing this. Oh, wait till I get into my next topic. You ain't gonna like this, Brian. I'm okay if you hit the dislike button too, Brian. It's okay. I'm sure you're one of those two that hit the dislike button. But little do you know, hitting dislike and like are the same thing according to YouTube, big dog. But anyways, you remember this? Remember how embarrassed that Joe Biden looked onto Americans? This was the leader of our world that we understood. Most of us people already knew, he's not able to talk to anybody. He's on a debate stage talking about golf because he's trying to reel Trump into an irrelevant conversation, but he's so bad at it that he just looks stupid. But this is the guy that you support, though. Because remember, when you guys talk about Trump and you try to say, oh, he's so bad, he's this and that means that you were supporting Joe Biden, who's going to go down as one of the worst presidents in our history, at least in the top 5. In my life, he makes George Bush look amazing, bro.
Wait a minute.
And I don't even like George Bush. Joe Biden can't even touch George Bush. He is horrible. He is horrible, bro. But remember, he caused the worst flood of migrants in history. He rose the inflation. He did everything wrong, which is why he lost en masse, which is why his own party, who has no vision, and you say that one of you guys said that, it's about democracy or something. I think Isaiah said that, I support democracy or some crazy stuff like that. Democrats support freedom. Well, guess what? They sure had the freedom to go ahead and dethrone the president of the United States from running again. And they threw the worst person up there because of their freedom. And then you know what they did? The people that voted for Joe Biden in the primaries before, they didn't give them the freedom of making a choice. They told them, we're going to go ahead and select Kamala Harris and she's going to win. And she lost in absolute terrible fashion. She got swept. If she was playing basketball, she was playing baseball or hockey, she wouldn't have won one game because she didn't win one swing state. She let a Republican win the popular vote when that's supposed to be a Democrat thing. She lost the Electoral College. And you know what else happened here? The respect got lost from the Democrat Party. They totally lost everything at that party at the hands of, I call him Mr. Thanos. Donald Thanos poofed the Democrat Party. You don't even know what they look like now. The Democrat Party is so bad that they allowed Jasmine Crockett to start speaking up there to the point where now, 2.5 months in, they didn't told her to sit her black butt down somewhere because you looking like a fool out here. Now they looking for a new one. Now they want to take out John Fetterman, who was one of the sensible Democrats, and they want to start saying, oh, he's got mental problems and health problems. They want to try to dethrone the DNC chairman because he's not agreeing with everything in the Democrat Party. You guys, Brian, Isaiah, you guys are lost. Your party is lost. And don't let Trump win this tariff war, bring things down and not cause inflation and continue to have good numbers, and they lower the interest rate when the Fed has to be forced to do so. You can pretty much forget it because we voted on immigration issues and the economy. And everything else, most Americans don't give a damn about. And if Trump wins those two, forget it. The midterms are done. All right? Let's read what they got to say, man. I told y'all I'm ready today, man. I'm ready today. Brian, you want to come on cam? I'll drop the link for you, man. You can come on camera, you can come audio, or you can come camera if you want to. I love to hear what you got to say. You know, I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes. I dropped the link. What about Isaiah? I dropped the link too. Just give you 5 minutes, man. We got to hear the Democrat delusion. Oh, Isaiah, you know what? You got a lot to say. You type in paragraphs. Save your fingers, save your Twitter fingers, and just use your mouth, big dog. No homo. Just use your mouth and speak. I could drop the link for you too. I mean, because what you guys are saying is nonsense. Let's see what he's talking about. Without these measures unchecked, corporate greed. Oh my God, he's using Sean Fain. Corporate greed would have driven inflation and your cost of living even higher. So next time you're grumbling about prices, remember who's actually fought? What? Trump hates black people. Where is it at? I got to be. Hold on.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Man, we've already covered this before, Brian. We had a whole show about how Trump has helped black people and hasn't said anything about it. I guess you don't know the Nelson Mandela story. I guess you don't know the Jesse Jackson story. All right. I guess you don't know about that one black woman that was an entrepreneur in New York that needed funding one time that Trump helped her with. Guess you don't know about Don King. Guess you don't know about him. Guess you don't know about Ben Carson. I guess you don't know about a lot of them. I guess you don't know about this one lady. They call her the pardon czar. Black lady in prison. She got pardoned by Trump. Now she's working for Trump. She's actually in charge of making sure people get pardons and comes up with reports and makes sure when they get out of prison, they have a program. I think she's a part of is it called the one-step program or something like that? Yeah, I guess you're heavily misinformed about Trump and black people. And just because he doesn't come out and just say what he does all the time. Because then if he did that, then y'all would just say that he's cocky. He's one of those rich people that always wants credit too, right? Like, you know, y'all crazy, man. You got to come up with better talking points, man. You guys got to come up with something a little bit more sharp that wasn't said on CNN. We've heard all this, right? All right, let me get down here. Shout out to my man BX Mail in the building. Looks like Alta on your ass too. Brian, do your research, fool. They've been on magazine covers and everything. Yep, Alta on you too, man.